Lost my all and I got it back. That's my hustle and ambition. Never lose sight on the path. I had to turn on my vision. Separate myself from them clowns. They ain't really about business. You only strong as your weakest link. So I be trying to live my universal laws in effect. When you use your mind and see you as a threat. I'm chasing money like all the youngest gone on the. When I was down bad, went missing. Pray to the Lord, I make it out the trenches. I had to grind when it's given. Know it's a purpose, so I move different. God chose me, he told me I'm gifted. Feel like I'm stuck in this life that I'm living. I'm trying to grind and stack to the ceiling. I had to step my name and my image. I stand in their chest, I hustle relentless. I gotta keep my mind on the mission. I can make Steven wanna see the vision. You never mix feelings with the business.
I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. Never no stagnant. It's all about the give and go. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. The way that I'm dropping, you can never stop the flow. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. I'm in business mode. You can never stop the flow. Yeah. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Run up a check and then double up. I got no time for the camera. If it like a spatula, I whip a face like tarantula. Won't cuff no, I'm a bachelor. Wait. Yeah. That kick like I'm Jackie Chan. Straight off the hip, Yosemite Sam. I want them chips like the Pringle Man. My money long like a lifespan. I got it on and no helping hand. Serving and spitting.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Mavericks are coming to town. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Now, here is Irving. Pass to Marshall. Misses the three.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
You know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Here's Maxey. That one a little long. Pass to Thompson. The kick out to Irving.
I got him.
Sweet move. And he drops that one in.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick, and his ball handling is so good, absolutely, virtually impossible.
George with no one around. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Irving. High post, Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
One of the dominant dunkers in the league. Davis can put on the show in there.
Down low. Here's Oubre. And he comes up with the deuce.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And it's Washington missing. And here we go. George heading to the hoop.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Now, here is Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Beautiful reverse, using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Left side, Irving. Thompson misses. And Philadelphia has possession. 1:58 left in the first quarter. And that one's good. Maxey.
Not just the perimeter threat now. Maxey very adept at converting in close, too.
Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Maxey. Shoots the 3. Shot by Grimes. No good.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A little silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
Mavericks leading by 3. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, Coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thank you, David. Nails the baby hook. He's got 7.
Good work in deep from George that time. He's far more than just a perimeter threat.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Checking in for the Mavericks. Number 10, Brandon Williams.
Pass to Oubre. Back to Maxey. To the left wing. Here's Grimes. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. And it's Davis with the jam.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
Maxey hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
That's simply a gimme for a player of his caliber. I mean, the defense cannot allow that.
Williams looking around. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. 76ers ahead, leading.
The Mavericks, 16.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime in Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it down.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Embiid inside. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
Embiid, such a dominant force inside. That's exactly where his coaches and teammates want him operating.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Marshall. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Paul George. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Grimes. Shot clock at 6. Here's Embiid. Embiid throws it down.
Thunderous throwdown that time from Joel Embiid.
Pass to Thompson. There's a screen by Washington. Lets it go with the 3. Klay Thompson, and that's good.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Maxey into the lane. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Davis. Davis owning the inside. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Maxey, no good. Right side, Davis.
76ers foul.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Right wing. Outside, Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Davis roaming the lane.
Inside offense almost seems too easy for Davis, but it's not. I mean, you have to have a lot of confidence, strength, and skill to score against that kind of defense.
Outside Irving. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
Outside, George. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And it's George finishing it off.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Thompson outside. In the corner, Irving with it. Lively with the screen. And here is Irving. Missed inside. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
The three. Cans it from downtown. Maxi's got 9.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
Outside Irving. Floats one. Oubre pulls it in. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That's going to send Tyrese Maxey to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
Here's Irving. And just miss after miss right now. Philadelphia leading by 8. Embiid inside. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Davis.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact.
The 76ers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Irving surveying the floor. And it's Davis at the elbow. Outside Irving. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Now here's Irving. He's got 10. He gets that one. And that's 12 points for Davis.
Watching Davis do work like this is special.
Here's Maxey. Embiid in the corner. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
From deep, George. And Embiid throws it down.
George with a fantastic look. Excellent job creating an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Here's Irving. Drops in the layup for 2. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Pass to Oubre. Maxey looking it over. Poked away. Now Embiid. And Davis pulls it down. Outside Irving. From down in the low post, it goes. Irving's got 14 points.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Grimes. to the middle. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Clay caps off the break well.
Energy is important on the defensive end, and Davis provides it in spades.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Mavericks trailed by 5. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch, this guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that. I tell you, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. This seems like that ball is part of it.
To the wing on the left. Here's Exum. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And as the
46, the Mavericks.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Williams with the ball. Screen by Gafford. Inside. And Gafford throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Here's Embiid. That one falls. Embiid's got 9 points here in the second half.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. And they've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Out to the wing. Dallas moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Exum. No good with the triple.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Back to Embiid. From past the arc. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks trailed by 5. Pass to Lively. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Philadelphia ball. Checking in for the Mavericks. Prosper.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Right side, Maxey. In the corner, George with it. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Dallas. Over in the corner, Marshall. Rebound by the 76ers. Pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother him.
Dinwiddie left side. And the shot is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And then George with the jam.
Yeah, this guy certainly knows how to take over a game. I wonder who made George mad tonight. They're paying for it now.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Spins. Just 5 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, for Irving, he's made an effort, a conscious effort to get to the line more, and for good reason. I mean, he's a really good foul shooter.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
And Embiid in the corner. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Thompson hammers it down.
Fantastic to see Klay Thompson deliver when his team needs a basket most.
Outside, Maxey. All alone. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Out to Thompson to tie it up. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Thompson's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Embiid inside. And that time, also a missed shot. And so it's Dallas with it. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Right side, Irving. Outside for Davis. To take the lead. He is hauled in by Paul George. To the paint. Here's Embiid.
Got to be careful putting up a shot around Anthony Davis.
Here's Washington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there. Incredible confidence at the free throw line. That is how you win close games.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Outside Irving. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Anything less from Irving, a clutch performer. He loves knocking down the big shots.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them.